We're live.
All right, welcome. It is Saturday night, which is I think it's the first time. I don't know if it's the first time we've ever done a Saturday night
Think.
live with the Guitar Gear Locker. But welcome to Saturday night of the Guitar Gear Locker. This is live show number 54,
Yep.
and this is also the first show of the new year of 2026.
This is our New Year's show because we couldn't do the New Year's show because you had the super flu.
Yeah, that's what I got.
I'm laughing about you having a super flu, but
Yeah, I got the flu for Christmas. That was what I got. So in case anybody
yeah,
knows.
Santa wasn't nice. He could
Yeah.
have left you cold. That would have been easier.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he left you the flu.
I've been
So,
spending my last 7 days front on the couch in front of YouTube for the most part.
yeah. Well,
Watching, like watching, like, DUI videos of drunk people getting arrested.
damn, that's hard up right there.
I even got my wife watching it now. Now she's addicted.
Really?
I gotta see
Yeah.
this one.
Oh,
So,
geez. My wife does that too. She'll pull up one of those local things of somebody that just got arrested locally, and
yeah.
she'll show me a picture of them, and it's like, "What do you think they were arrested for?"
Yeah.
It's like our family guessing game. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we're in Virginia. It's usually domestic related.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, so it's usually a woman beating up on her husband too. That's the
Yeah.
funny part about it. You know? Yeah,
Yeah.
we wanted to do New Year's Eve, like we said, our New Year's, because it's, in my opinion, a most boring day of the year, and you were sick, so this is our redo of New Year's. So,
Mhm.
we had Shredward here, earlier before we went on, so I guess he'll be on soon. Um, well, not live, but in the comments. So if anybody is watching, if you're in the comments, if you got something cool for Christmas, because we're just going to kind of BS and talk about some guitar stuff. So if you got something cool for Christmas or a gift or whatever, or you plan on getting something over the next year, or you have your eye on something, because there's a couple things, not much, but a couple things that I have my eye on, that we'll talk about. And I mean, we could just sit here and scroll, the internet live with people. Look at what
Mhm.
they got, and we can evaluate what they got for Christmas,
Yeah.
and then we
Sure.
can tell whether they were good or bad last year. If they got a sucky guitar, then they weren't very good, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so the next, so we have NAMM coming up, and it's really kind of hush hush on, and I guess it kind of always is. I went in and looked at the booths, and the layout of NAMM, because it's in like 2 weeks. It's 20th, I think.
Mhm. Yep.
So, I saw the usual suspects. I don't think so. I wasn't really looking for anybody in particular, but I didn't see much of the big guitar companies, but they could be in there. I don't know.
Mhm.
I didn't see much on those, but it seems like you hear a lot of scuttlebutt about like new colors, like same guitars, like we're kind of going back to, the I'd say the same old, but like you can only do so much with a Les Paul and a Strat. So it looks like we're going to see new colors. Before we went online, we were talking about Yamaha. I keep hearing, I don't see a lot of them here in the shop. I do see them periodically, but
Yeah.
it seems like I hear a lot of scuttlebutt about Yamaha, making kind of a comeback. So we're going to talk about that a little later.
Yeah, I don't have I've owned one Yamaha in my life. It was an acoustic, and it was
Right.
actually a really, solid, great guitar, served
Right.
me well. Wish I still had it. But I've always been curious. We were talking briefly, 2026, if there's any Triumph fans like myself who grew up with, listening to Triumph as a kid, they're doing a reunion tour, and most people know Rick, they're Triumph fans. Rick Emmett is known for using the Yamaha I think SBG 3000.
Yeah. You want to pull
And
it up?
yeah, they look like a heavy guitar. So I guess it's kind of like their take on a Les Paul almost. with like the SG-ish kind of horns, you know,
Yeah. Right.
and also a thrash metal legend, Gary Holt, is known for playing one back in the 80s. He had one of them, you know, like a black one, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's you would think that's a guitar I would not be interested in, but I always thought they were kind of interesting guitars.
Well, you know, it's who's it? Sam Screamer. Yeah, I don't
It's kind of strange.
yeah, I know. Sometimes I have like a squirrel moment. I'll catch one of those comments and go like, I have no clue what the hell that meant. And then I move on.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so it's really weird because it seems like years ago that's all we saw were, especially if you were like going to school and stuff. It's like they had a contract,
Mhm.
with Yamaha, and it would be like Yamaha acoustics. And it seems like the Yamaha acoustics aren't awesome all the time, I don't think.
Yeah. Oh, you know, I had a Yamaha recorder in school.
Yamaha recorder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and aren't they're more known for like their keyboard stuff, right? Pianos and keyboards
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
recorders.
Yeah, I remember the record in music class in
I didn't
school.
know if I do remember we had those, but I didn't remember if it was or what type it was. But
Mhm.
you know, and it's weird because like you said, we were talking before we came on about the one that we just talked about, the SVG. And then that it seems like that has become, I could be totally wrong, but the newer line, and this is what I hear a lot of people talking about. Share the screen up on this. It's the Revstar, let's go here, which is right here. So that's kind of, and again, we're seeing, there's some really foo-foo colors.
I like those. Those look
Yeah, this isn't bad,
cool, like a cool guitar. And is that
but
P90s in there or something like that?
that looks like P90s, yeah.
Yeah.
So some of them, I mean, I don't know about that guy. So,
Yeah,
but
alright.
yeah, the colors are really the black one looks good.
Mhm.
That's not bad. Kind
Yeah.
of retro, right?
Mhm. Sure. Yeah, it's like that pastel 50s, you know,
Yeah.
color.
What do you think of the headstock?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I got no problem with it.
Yeah. Now, when we were
Well, you
when we
won't
were
see me
talking
playing it with immolation anytime soon, but, you know, see me with something
really,
else.
where is let's see, instruments, electric guitars. What I found surprising is, I mean, these are like Yamaha. I think I've actually had a couple of these through here, and they weren't bad. But I think what surprises me is the price tag on some of these Rev Stars.
I guess that is the Pacifica, is that correct? That's like
Pacifica, yeah,
kinda like their take on a Super Strat, I guess,
yeah.
something
Well,
like
and then
that.
here you go, right here. Let's see if it hangs with it. $2,100.
I guess that's a Japanese version, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
It's got a
interesting.
it's at a 4 bolt. Uh,
Yeah, HSS.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it just caught my eye because of the price.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, that I'm assuming that's the Japanese version,
oh yeah.
you know? The other
Well,
ones are
and
not.
I'm thinking, like, I don't even really, I don't
Does it
really
does it
like
say if it's
Yamahas,
made
let alone that much.
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking because of the price point, it's probably the Japanese version. I don't know if it says in there if it's made in Japan or
Yeah,
anything like um,
but then we get to Rev Stars, and I hear a lot about these. These go from, this area, then look here. Oh, hollow body, that's actually not, I'm
oh,
not a big hollow body guy, but for a hollow body, it looks pretty good.
looks like a ES335 kind of bod.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Then, yeah, this is what we were talking about this before we went on. Like, wow, look at that guy. $2,700. See, that would be my problem right there is, I'm not crazy about Yamahas, but I'm definitely not 20, but it's out of stock, so somebody likes them.
Mhm.
Or they just finally ran out and said, "We're not gonna build anymore," because they're ugly and they're Yamahas.
Yeah,
I don't know, but it seems like, everywhere you turn now on social media, you hear Yamaha's gonna make a comeback or whatever. I don't know, maybe. I
yeah.
mean, you can never tell. I mean, nowadays, there's definitely a different taste in guitars that I'm seeing, So,
Mhm.
and I know we're only local here in the, DC area, so I don't know what's going on worldwide. But it seems like most of what we're seeing is what, like LTD, ESPs, pointy guitars, things like that.
Mhm.
So, yeah, that was I'm sorry, go ahead.
Don't hear too much about Yamaha, it's
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like all of a sudden it's been like it just comes up in my feed all the time and not only on like TikTok and stuff where if you watch something that says Yamaha or I think maybe if somebody says it out loud near your phone and
Mhm.
then maybe somebody said it.
Yeah.
So the other thing is like effects and modeling. I know we talked
Well,
about this a couple weeks ago, but
yeah, yeah, so if anybody's familiar with, Tonex, right? It's Tonex, I think
Mhm.
is that made the, Brown sound, different versions of the Brown sound, different eras of, Eddie Van Halen, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84. I believe that those were the years that were done, and the man behind it was, a guy that I've actually watched him for years is yep, there he is, Jim Gallstad,
Yeah.
and, if you're a nerd like myself and sit through hours of him, going back and forth with, old pieces of equipment to try and retrace, how Eddie Van Halen got those tones from those early records. But I just saw today, or not today, yesterday, that he announced that he is going to do go into the Sammy Hagar era of Eddie's guitar tones.
Right.
And that tone, I mean, obviously, if you go back from like 78 to 84, if you
Mhm.
notice, like, each record, it gets less gainy, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then by the time you get to the Hagar era, there's definitely a lot less gain. It seems like more chorus kind of vibe to the guitar tone.
Right.
Um,
It's almost like in the '80s, and I could be totally wrong, you'd be more the person to answer this, but it seems like they were almost trying to go for kind of a synth sound, right? With the guitar?
mhm. Yeah. I think, yeah,
Well,
I would say in
clean-ish
that
synth.
Hagar era, yeah,
Yeah,
kinda like Maiden did too. Like if you, if you go into like Somewhere in Time and Seven
yeah,
Son of a Son, those records where Maiden started adapting the synth and synth
right,
guitar, synth bass, actually, even on some of the
right.
stuff. And that was a band, if any Maiden fans like myself that remember back in the day when, Bruce Dickinson said, we don't use keyboards and you don't use keyboards in heavy metal. And then he ate his words a few years later. But
Right.
yeah,
Never say never,
yeah. But yeah, so Maiden did it too, during
right?
that era. And obviously
Well,
Rush. We know what Rush, how
oh,
they,
yeah, yeah,
how Russian names.
right.
So
Well, and, like, all of Rush's stuff is, like, heavy on the phaser and all that kind of stuff, those kind of
mhm,
effects. They kinda
yeah,
swoosh in the background.
yeah.
Um,
But it should be interesting to see what
yeah,
he comes up with, um, so yeah.
and then see, Bluey said hello. Bluey's on.
Really.
Bluey says hello.
My
You know
daughter
more
would
about Bluey than I do. Yeah.
my daughter would be excited about that.
Yeah, right.
Bluey's
Our
on.
Bluey came by, right?
Anybody knows who Bluey is.
Yeah, yeah. So, and you, I mean, speaking, of effects, I mean, we talked a little bit last week about the Spark. So you're
Mhm.
you're kinda dabbling in that area, and last year we both started doing the ML Studio stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
the
I'm
amp
towards that.
side.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't really, spent the proper time, with it, but I'm gonna buckle down,
yeah.
all that
Now,
stuff.
well, let me ask you this, that in anybody that's watching, there's like 12 people watching right now, and we kinda had this come up in a short, and then there were some comments to it. So, is there a place well, I mean, obviously, there's a place for things like the fractals and all that because Metallica's use them and big venues and all that. So there is a place, but you constantly hear people saying, but you need to feel the air movement, moving, and all that kind of stuff, which I get. But I think that like there are definitely places that I go to, like concerts that I go to, that I want that sensation, but then there's local venues where I don't.
Mhm.
Like when you're in a small brewery or, whatever. Louis says, "Guess what? I can't even imagine."
Yeah.
What are you all talking about? Yeah,
No.
Bluey's gonna go kablooey. Bye, Bluey.
Yeah.
We'll call Bluey Pinky now.
I think that was a bot.
Yeah, whatever. I don't even care. I mean, that's so YouTube now kicks this out to more people because of the phone ratio, the
Yeah.
orientation. So I think it just kicks it out into whatever to different people. He
Mhm.
says, "What?" I guess I didn't put him in timeout long enough. So, I guess the question is like, is there a place for the effects like fractals and helix? And hold on, let me ban this. Yeah, see you later, man. Bluey. See, my kids are older. I don't even know what the hell a Bluey is, but Bluey is Gonny.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, that I can imagine, like, if you're just some kid kinda scrolling by and we're talking about, goofy, nerdy guitar stuff, you probably wanna see little girls dancing or something like that, whatever they do on TikTok, and we ain't that. We ain't that. So, Bluey can go kabooey. So, yeah, I told you last year around NAMM time, I was talking to my Sweetwater rep, and I was gonna pull the trigger on quad Cortex, not a Tonex, but a quad Cortex.
Mhm.
And I was gonna do that, and I had it in my cart, and I told him, I said, "Hold up overnight. I wanna take a look at some videos on this and how much is involved." And I already have a lot of stuff in the fractal, and it's an older fractal. So I was like, "Let me look at this." And I looked at it, I was like, "Oh my god, I don't know if I need that's a lot." Looks like a lot of aggravation on the quad Cortex. I don't know. So, but I think I may do it this year. I still like playing with the EVH stealth amp, but I find myself more playing with the fractal because it's just easier.
Mhm.
I mean, it's easier, like, especially I had this conversation with a customer here yesterday, I think it was, where he likes playing, it's different for you in immolation. When you're on stage, most of the time you're playing the same music with them or what you're playing. But for somebody that's wanting to jump around and play different genres of music and different types of music and all that kind of stuff, like it's hard to do that with one amp sometimes. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I think it's, those things are great for writing music.
Uh-huh.
Um, but, like you said earlier, there's something about the power, of the tube amp and cabinet, blaring at you and to
Right.
feel the energy. Um, but yeah, I think those are great tools for writing and recording, you
Right.
know. Um, and we definitely, whether it's simulation or anything else that I'm involved with, it's those things are utilized even in the studio too. So you
Right.
may have a mix of a tube amplifier and a modular,
Right.
um, so yeah.
But you know what? So you talk about like a weekend warrior or cover band or, just a bedroom or basement player, probably great for those too. Especially, I'm thinking cover band because you have to sound like so many different bands and types of music, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So it'd probably be easier to jump around and say, okay, well, I want to sound like Van Halen now, or I want to
Yeah. Yeah.
sound
To
like,
store those tones, you know.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
yeah, so I guess one of the and I kind of, it seems like everything we do nowadays is subscription based. So, it used to be you could go to the store and buy software. You could buy, Quicken or QuickBooks or, what did you mention earlier? Oh, Pro Tools. You
Mhm.
could get all that. You could go buy a physical version of it. It used to be, with Xbox and PlayStation, you could go buy a physical video game for those. But it seems like everything now is subscription. They're kind of getting that way with video games where you have to subscribe to their gaming network, if you will, but the games are all downloaded. You're not buying a physical game. So I wonder at what point, like, this we talked about the 81 or the 8081 Brown sound that this gentleman did for the Tonex. And
Mhm.
then, now he's coming out with the Hagar areas or era.
Mhm.
So, I mean, those are like a couple $100 a piece, right? So,
Something
and
like
the
that. Yeah.
same, like Quad Cortex is the same. But all those that you buy, it's like a couple $100 here, $100 here, what I wonder if there's ever gonna be a time where they're gonna go subscription based.
Yeah, I would think so. I could see that
It'd be
happening.
another subscription to have, right?
Yeah. What?
Yeah,
Another way
and I
to
don't know that
yeah,
that
you
that
know?
wouldn't be, maybe that would be the way to go because, I mean, right now you have to you go all in on the Brown sound and, I mean, there's a lot of bands that have packs, sound packs out for these. You go all in on that, and then another one comes out, then you have to go all in on that, where if you just subscribe to it and, monthly, yearly, whatever, you got the whole thing. Maybe
Mhm.
that I said it like it was a bad thing, but maybe it isn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right, it's funny, it keeps catching my eye right over this guy's picture that I just showed earlier. It says, "Free software." That's probably the free software to buy the software.
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, that's just something I've been thinking about, like, I wonder if we'll ever see that, but I can show one of the quad Cortexes if you want. Are you familiar with them?
I'm not that familiar, no. Not
Alright, let me I'll throw one up here. Yeah, and I think, Olaf Lundgren, I think Olaf uses one of those,
Mhm.
and he may have some presets, I don't know, he probably does. Let's see, quad, I have to search it first, then I'll share it up. I guess nobody got anything for Christmas because they're not talking. Yeah, who got a
Wasn't it
guitar for
Christmas?
Christmas? Who wants a
No.
guitar for the new year? Nobody got
I
anything?
want a guitar for Christmas every year. That would be
Well,
nice.
before I put this up, should we talk about my Christmas guitar?
Sure.
I almost don't want to. The Martin?
Yeah. The 3rd one or
I'm not even gonna belabor the point. Yeah, the 3rd one. So, the next one came in, so everybody knows the story if you watch the first one. If you don't, go back and watch the video. Um, so we got the second one in, and they were great to deal with, and it came in and, issues and sent that back. So the new one will be in Tuesday. And the local guitar center, I emphasize the local guitar center has handled it very well. Still haven't heard anything from, Big Brother Guitar Center. I did hear from Martin the other day. They emailed me back through their portal and said, talk about showing up late on the scene, man. Yeah, it's like 2 weeks later, like, I just typed this message and they're like, "What's the serial number?" I'm like, "I sent that thing back. I'm, like, too deep into this thing now."
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, "Which serial number?" So I said, "I thought I would have heard from you by now," and they said, oh, everybody's been off for the holidays, which, okay, that's fine. Then you probably shouldn't even answer me because they said nothing. And then they said, well, we'll call you and talk to you about it. I don't see that happening. It's
So do you
it's weird.
do you foresee yourself buying another Martin?
Well, I mean, on top of the one that's coming in Tuesday,
Mhm.
um, I don't know. Now, I don't think I'll have to after this one, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's kinda disappointing, but it's not all because, I've had a lot. Here we go, Dwight's in. Hey, Dwight, what's up?
Good way.
Oh, wait a minute, we
Welcome.
had Night
Glad you're
Falcon. You set up my Christmas guitar,
welcome.
and you don't wanna share with anybody, I guess. Dwight, hey, what's up? Um, yeah, so, eh yeah, I don't know that I'll ever need another one. Where I was going is, so I've had a lot of, the temperatures affecting acoustic guitars, so they've been rolling in lately, and every one of them I throw a straight edge on it, and I'm like, "This one's right. This one's right. This one's right. Everybody's is right, except for every one I get." Yeah, it's really weird, but the last one had like a little ding or a chip in it, whatever, so yeah, so I'm not gonna go on that. So, quad Cortex. Yeah, I'm not gonna go on, like, any more than I have. Everybody's like, "God, I wish you would just get a damn Martin and shut up about it." Let's see. I saw Dwight. I'll get back to Dwight's in a second. Um, Here we go, right here. This is it.
Mhm.
It's
Okay.
expensive. Yeah, they're expensive. I think if I got it, I mean, unless it was discounted heavily, I would probably, you know, kinda hang out on the secondhand market, get
Mhm.
one that I know people get these and they don't like them and they flip them. So but yeah, that's kind of it right there,
Mhm.
and I don't know, it seems like I don't know. So it seems like a good idea now, but I'm sure if I watch another video on it, it's gonna look like something I don't need in my life. So,
Yeah.
alright, let's jump over and so let's see. Dwight said he's been working on his pedal boards. Awesome. He said he got a Boss IR2 pedal. All right, let's see what that is. Throw it up. Got a
Mm.
all right, we're gonna see what this is. It takes me a while. I'm getting old. Oh,
IR2 pedal.
yeah. I'm gonna throw it up. So here's what Dwight got. Here we go. Right there. That's cool.
Mm.
Amp and IR cabinet. Oh, okay. So does it
Oh, okay. So that's like
yeah.
an AB pedal, I guess, kind of.
What's that now?
It's like an AB kind of thing, like a you
No,
know.
that's just the outputs. I think this is IRs. You could put IRs in there, like different cabinets. And I could be wrong. He probably knows way more about it than I do. I don't know
Yeah.
much about this. Let's see. Is okay. He said that he likes Night Falcon. I'll come back to you. It's okay, but I like my Freeman better. Still better. So Dwight, this kind of without me sitting here reading out loud to everybody, this kind of is like an emulator, or amp emulator, right? Simulator emulator.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
I see.
Yeah, there's geez, there's one I've been looking at also that it's kind of same basic thing. I forget who makes it. Um, I've been looking at that lately. Let's see. Let me go back to night. Oh, yeah, we're gonna evaluate everybody's Christmas gifts. So we'll give them a 10 on that. Understand the patches you can purchase for the Cortex are expensive. Yep. I'm satisfied with my Tone Master Pro. Yeah, see, I've heard good things about those. Yeah, it's like So right now, it's one of those things. I know I said it, but the quad Cortex seems like a good idea. But as soon as I start having to program too much stuff, it's no longer a good idea.
Hmm.
You know me with knobs. I hate knobs. I just want to push a button.
Yeah,
All
less
right.
knobs.
Yeah. Just bought a Keely Angry Orange. All right. All right. So this.
Keely Angry Orange.
Good thing my mom made me take typing in school because I made fun of her. That's another story. All right, let's see. Simple enough, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could deal with that. Right. Okay.
Orange distortion and fuzz pedals. I guess you kind of get a bit of those 70s fuzz tones out of that, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Yeah. So you kind of have that British orange and then a
Yeah,
fuzz. Yeah. That's a good combination, actually.
I like orange amps. I don't have any experience with their pedals, but
Yeah,
yeah, orange makes good stuff.
I agree. I had one until
Yeah, you did.
corrupted me. You corrupted me. You brought me to the dark side. All right. Yeah, and Night Falcon was talking about the patches. That's what we were kind of talking about a couple minutes ago, like the 5150 or not 5150, but the brown sound and all the patches. Man, they can get expensive.
Sure. Yeah. There's so much stuff out there now.
Clean
It's
channel and
insane.
distortion channel. Yeah.
And I'm still pretty much clueless to that whole world.
Which one is that?
Well, the digital world, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Um,
You know,
you know,
I the Fender one I have heard is very easy because you can kind of see it on the screen and you can, kind of set up your rig. But when it gets too deep, I think if you're technical and you're into that, it's probably very easy. But for me, it doesn't hold my attention. I have a short attention span.
yeah,
Like
me too.
when I'm working on guitars, it's different. Playing guitars is different. When I have to start messing with knobs, I'm like, no. All
Yeah.
right. All right. What else did we get? Oh, I didn't get anything. At
No,
least nothing guitar.
I got the flu. That's what I got.
You got the flu, the
I got
super flu. I
I got the
read
super flu. Yeah, it
the
was
super
fantastic.
flu. I'm
Still
gonna
in
sing
it.
that back from. Yeah. See, this is what we are talking about. And the house guys loved it. Yep. See, and that's what I think like it has its place. Especially if you're trying, like I said before, if you're trying to sound like a lot of different things. If you're just Metallica sounding like Metallica, you
Yeah,
can
well,
have
even Metallica's using that now. They're not
Oh,
even
yeah,
using
yeah, I know that.
it anymore. Yeah.
Maybe that was probably about it. AC/DC sounded like AC/DC.
Mhm.
Then you have the same rig, the same sound, it's AC/DC.
Mhm.
Um, although if you have a Fractal, you can just buy their patch, right?
Yeah.
It's just it adds up, man. You buy I mean, the fractals, somebody looked one up here yesterday. We were just looking at them because we were talking about them. I think it was like 2,500 bucks. So you
Mhm.
figure 2,500 bucks and then start adding these things up, and
Sure.
they definitely add up, you know?
I could definitely see the convenience factor, of
Oh, yeah.
having those, especially if you're doing all the lugging yourself,
Right, right,
going out playing gigs and stuff like that.
right.
Uh,
Well, and I mean, some of it, I know I say it all the time, but we constantly have people cycling in and out of here. It you and I and our wives went out to this place here, and we saw one of the local bands, and they were both using a Fractal, and it wasn't hateful in there, like, we could still talk,
mhm.
it wasn't in your face, but there are some local bands that will melt your face. They're so loud with their tube amps.
Mhm.
So, and I mean, some of the venues I enjoy the effects kind of sound better than the amps. Bigger places, yeah, I like the bigger,
Yeah.
tube amps and that kind of stuff, the bigger sound system.
Mhm.
Let's see, what else do we have? The other thing I'm starting to hear, and these are just things I'm hearing. That doesn't mean there's anything to it. It's just me, one person here. I hear more about Gibson acoustics, and that's
Mm.
something I've been either Taylor or Martin, mostly Martin. I do have a breed love, but I've never really ever cared to have a Gibson, like a hummingbird. Everybody's into like Gibson hummingbirds or all those
Mm.
kind of things. I have never been one to want one of those. And I
Yeah.
don't see I say I don't see one. I have one here right now, a Gibson acoustic here right now. But I generally don't see them a lot. But
Mhm.
I think they're trying to make a bigger dent in that. Like there's that whole acoustic market out there right now that people are trying to get into.
Yeah, I mean, I still see Gibson. They're obviously stuck on the reissuing guitars or
Yeah.
signature guitars now.
Yeah.
So I saw, I think it was last year. There's a Slash model and there's a Kirk Hammett acoustic Gibson put out too. That
Really?
that just came out actually recently.
You know
Uh,
what? I think I did see that. Yeah,
yeah.
and you know what? So Martins are good, Taylors are good, they're just different. Gibsons are good, they're just different. But I gotta tell you, when it comes to acoustic guitars, there's some private builders, like local builders, that just blow them out of the water. I mean,
Mhm.
sound-wise, we have one here locally. Oh, Dave Mustaine. Oh, wait a
Oh,
minute. Dwight, I
yeah.
missed
I
Dwight.
think I saw that too. Yeah. Good
Yeah,
mistake.
Dwight said, let me get on. He's got a hummingbird guitar. Do you like it? Because I don't see him that much, but I don't know why. I'm not big into Gibson acoustics. Dave Mustaine acoustic too. Yeah. So yeah, I think as far as like we have a local guy here that builds guitars and they're different. So they're more rustic, I would say. I'm trying to figure out a way to explain them. And he's really into the tone of the guitar rather than bling. And this guy I built a guitar with. I built an acoustic, and but the sound of it is incredible. The sound of his guitars sound really good.
Mhm.
But they are rustic. They're not shiny by no means. No bling, no shine. But then there's the local builder in Virginia Beach that I learned from, and he builds some of the most beautiful guitars I've ever seen, and they sound good. So, I think the local luthiers, guitar builders are probably blowing these guys, the Martin and the Gibsons out of the water. Because then that's when we always talk about tone woods and is it the fingers or is it the pickups? An acoustic, it's the wood. It's the wood. Um, but the problem with I'll get in the comments in a second. So the problem with going with the more local or smaller builders is like it took me, you remember when I built my acoustic with that luthier, it took 14 months. That wasn't
Mhm.
working on it every day. But at like once to twice a week working on it. It took 14 months and it takes these people a while. There's a lot of there's a lot of elbow grease in these, a lot of time put in these, and it's hard to recoup that money. They can't do it for what the Martins can do it for,
Mhm.
but I think you're gonna get a better product, but it's hard to convince people of that because if you get a guitar from a person that nobody knows, and sometimes guitar people think resale. Like, well, if I don't want it and I want to flip it, like I'm not going to get anything for it if nobody knows who this is. So
Yeah.
I think that's maybe why people gravitate more towards the the Martins and the Gibsons and Taylors.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the difference between a player and a, you know, more of a collector, you know, I guess.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to spend that, I mean, for me, if I'm going to spend, you know, a decent amount of money on an instrument, you know, it's something that I plan on having for the rest of my life, you know,
Right.
that I'm
Right.
going to use, and that's going to be, you know, a real tool. So,
Right.
but yeah, I mean, there's obviously, you know, there's the weekend warriors maybe that
Yeah.
slash collectors that, you know, it's like an investment for them. Like, oh, you know,
Right.
so I see the point. It's like if you get a guitar that is from some local guy that nobody knows about, and you try to get rid of a $5,000 instrument, that's just like,
Right.
who made
Right.
this? You
Right.
know?
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, averse to Gibson or something like
Yeah.
that.
I mean, 5,000. I know a local builder that's doing $10,000 guitars. So,
Mhm.
and they're worth every penny, and a lot of work goes into those because again, you can't mass produce those. But,
Yeah,
if you're spending that kind of money on it, in the back of your mind, you have to be going like, "Okay, if this thing isn't good, or if I die and my family tries to sell it, make some money on it." First of
sure.
all, wives should never sell guitars when the husband dies for what they were told they paid for it,
Yeah.
because we
Yeah.
lie every time. Alright, so let me catch up on the comments really quick. Les
It's like, I
Paul
got a
from
great deal on this
1990 here.
great Gibson Les Paul, honey. Hey, you won't believe it. It was only $1,000.
Yeah, right.
I had it.
Everybody so my way around that was just open up a guitar business. They all just kind of blend in. I mean, if you walk outside that wall right now, there's so many guitars out there now, you can't tell what's mine and what's everybody else's.
Yeah.
So Les Paul from 1990 here, never stays in tune. Why? I hear that a lot, but I mean, mine's a 2005 and it stays in tune great. And I have that 95, and so far, the
I
one with my P90s in it.
I gotta let my last Gibson, stayed in tune fantastic. You
Yeah.
know, it was a, late '90s SG, and, that guitar really
Night Falcon, check, I mean, if you know how to adjust nut slots and all that, check the slots and make sure, like, especially the D and the G kinda angle the backside of the nut towards the string because of that break angle. And I also always try to, when I'm adjusting nut slots, kind of, make an angle to where there's a point that the string is setting on and it's not. The other thing is, and I've seen this a lot here letely, is nut slots that are too deep. When the nut slots are too deep, it binds them up. Wow, we just got all right, so let's see. Combo Doubler, the guitar doesn't stay in tune. Oh yeah, well, there you go. See? See, told you.
Mhm.
Yeah, and wait a minute. Double told you. He said, period. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because I mean, you shouldn't. Like I know that you hear a lot about the G strings on Les Pauls, and maybe it is more than other guitars because of the break angle. But you should be able to get it to where it stays in tune most of the time. I
Mhm.
think if I went out and picked mine up right now, it'd probably be in tune. Let's see. I have a Guild acoustic guitar. I didn't bring that up because I don't know why. I don't like them a lot, but they play great and they sound great. I likes it a lot. Hawaii Koa. I actually just had one of those in here. Peacock
Yeah,
pick guard. Yeah, that sounds nice.
I had old Guild, electric. That was a fantastic guitar, actually.
Yeah. Oh, good grief. I got that. Not this comment. Sorry, I read ahead. It's a squirrel moment. I have a 97 standard. It stays in tune. Yeah. You know what? I would, like, in all seriousness, Night Falcon, I would just check the nut, check the angle, the break angle, and get the nut slots right. And I'm sure you'll see improvement.
Mhm.
And let's see. Oh my God. Wow. I feel honored. I'm gonna put this up just because I feel honored that we got our first political comment. Whatever, dude. Move on. This is guitar shit here, man. Oh, wait a minute. We'll take care of this.
Yeah, there's a bunch of strange stuff on there. Got to be bots.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't know. I mean, you're just running into people like some of these are like the normal people that are here. Excuse me, but do you think someday we could meet at Burger King and order a Whopper together and split it and eat it together?
Sure.
Yeah, whatever.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, they just all popped in here at the same time.
Wow.
Maybe I should I'm gonna read first. Yeah, and somebody says they miss the dark ages. I don't know what that means. Whatever. I miss them too.
Yeah.
Oh, here, hi there, new to your channel. I subscribed and hit the like button. Please, if you're into guitars, like and hit the subscribe button. We appreciate it. Sydney, Australia. Nice. You have a channel. Yeah, throw it in here and we'll follow it.
Mm-hmm.
See, and he said, "How we're doing great here." Well, and I know he's doing great because it's summer in Australia, right? It's winter here, and winter sucks.
Yeah. It's been a cold one so far.
Yeah, like and sub. Thanks. God. Yeah, I can't even keep up with them now. I think we. All right, what's our next topic? I'll ignore. Filthy monkey can't even use jujitsu. I mean, I was a firefighter. I'll laugh at pretty much anything. I'm pretty immature too.
So we got NAMM coming up.
Yeah, right? Wait a minute. We have a real plays a lot of finger style stuff. Christmas soon. I appreciate the content. Yeah, thanks for joining us, man. Yeah, here you go. Yeah, summer. See, we should live here in the summer and Australia in the summer. I could do that. I hate the winter. Oh, geez. All right, hold on. Let me ban this one here. Yeah, Saturday nights are just different, aren't they?
Yeah.
Man, the comments are just nuts. Let me get rid of them. Yeah. All right, cool. We're back to guitar people again. So whenever I think for us, I don't know if everybody can see how many people are watching, but like when the numbers shoot up, that means that the algorithm kicked it back out to another group of people, probably not guitar people. So now we're back at 10. So we're back to guitar people again. So let's see. We talked. Yeah, whatever. Jeez. Yeah, man, we need a moderator to just ban people. I've never banned anybody. I didn't even know you could ban people until tonight. I banned like 5 people. Yeah, whatever. I'll keep one too. So, but for those of you that are into guitars, we appreciate you watching. And we're just, I mean, tonight we're just kind of BSing. I mean, normally we have an agenda or we have a guest. For those of you that are new,
yeah, this wasn't planned tonight, so it was just kind of off the cuff,
Yeah, we have some guests coming up, that have asked to be on, people in bands, other performers. You're going to be on tour a lot this year.
Yeah, Roger will he still be here? So
yeah, we're going to have to figure out how we do that.
Yeah,
we have a lot of planning. Well, I mean, so people can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it would be kind of interesting if you could do some stuff from the road, depending on the internet connection.
Yeah, that and time.
That and time, right? I got you.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy next year for you. So we'll figure out a way around this. Last time,
this year. I said this year.
This year, that's right. That's right. You know what? The stupid comments
I'm,
just
I'm
keep.
still, I'm still like, oh, we're in 2026 now. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe it'll be a better year.
Yeah.
So, in the future, in 2026, I mean, do we think we're gonna see more like, I've seen a lot of 7s, a lot of well, a few 8s. Do we think we're gonna see more strings on the fretboard?
I hope not.
I'm thinking about reducing down to, like, 3.
Yeah. I think 6 is good. 6 is good. You
6
know,
is a good round number.
fine with 6. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Porky the Booty Bandit.
Good evening.
How you doing? I love
I don't know. I think I think I said this on maybe the last show that I see more 6 strings and 7, 8 strings.
Yeah,
It depends on the guitar company too, I
right,
guess. You know,
right.
certain brands, I guess Ibanez, ESP will make 7, 8 string guitars. You'll see some
Yeah,
other brands I don't see so much. You don't see too many Jacksons
right.
with the 7 strings. Um, But, yeah, I don't know. I'm curious what I did get a little sneak peek at ESP, so there's some, new guitars coming out with ESP that look pretty damn cool. So we'll see
Yeah,
when they, premiere at, NAMM. So anybody going to NAMM this year? 'Cause, I haven't been there since 2019, so
yeah.
hopefully 2027 I get to go. It's not happening this year.
Yeah, I have a foot surgery coming up, so I'm not going,
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I'd like to get out there one time, it looks interesting. I wish
Yeah,
they would bring it back to Nashville.
we both gotta go. Oh,
Yeah,
and an excuse to trip, going on a trip to Nashville too.
yeah. So there is I don't know if anybody's seen this if you're on the East Coast of the United States, but there is some sort of guitar convention coming up in Rehoboth Beach in March. I may
Oh,
try to
wow.
go to that. Yeah, I may try
Hmm.
to go to that. I wish
And
PRS would do the PRS experience again, but I don't see
when
it.
is
They
the, Rehoboth Beach? Uh,
when? I
yeah,
think
when
it's
is
like March 20th, around there, somewhere in that area. No,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
saw it pop up on the internet the other day. I may try to go to that. I
Mhm.
think you're gonna be on the road then, right?
I am off that month, but, yeah,
He is. Wait a minute. He is hosting. How'd you know?
that's me.
Yeah. Yeah, Paul Reed Smith is the poop guy. I like it.
Nice.
Yeah, that must be a Marylander. Not because of the poop guy, Paul Reed Smith. PRS Guitars, Maryland. Good Maryland guitars. Maryland
Mhm.
people.
Yeah,
So I'm just
can't go
speaking for
wrong
me. I don't know poop guys from Maryland.
can't go wrong with PRS.
What's that?
Can't go wrong with a PRS.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's
Oh,
see.
I see an interesting comment right there. Eddie Van Halen or Randy Rhodes? Well, speaking for myself, Eddie Van Halen is my favorite guitar player, but
Mhm.
Randy, is right up there too. Um, probably top 5, you know?
Yeah.
Um, apples and oranges too, 2 very different players.
Uh-huh.
I guess that's always the debate over the years, Eddie or Randy, it seems. But,
So let's break it down. What do you like best about Eddie Van Halen?
uh, his creativeness, I think he was just so unorthodox and unique. Randy is more, um, not more. I don't know how to explain it. I guess more. What's the word I'm looking for? um, more by the book.
Like freewheeling, like
Like you know, very different too. I mean, there's things about Randy as a player that he has that I like over Eddie, and vice versa. Wow. I mean, I hate to even say take Eddie. I mean, Eddie's, most people know Eddie's my guy, but Randy's up there, and I hate to
Yeah.
even kind of even be asked that question because Randy's such a huge guy for me,
Yeah.
uh, playing guitar. So
Yeah.
still, I mean, I still listen to both of them and my hair stand up on my arms, It's just like,
Yeah.
you know.
All right. So they're going to expand. I like this game actually. So yeah, fellow Marylander. We're in Virginia now, but originally a Marylander. Let's see. So here we go. He said,
Oh,
I like this idea. I do too.
oh,
Oh,
Malmsteen.
this is going to be a great. I'm ready. Go ahead. You first.
Oh, Yngwie. Yeah, Yngwie. I'm not I don't even think I've ever listened to Dream Theater record in my life, to be honest with you.
Okay. You want to hear
I'm a,
mine?
well, I already know your answer to that question.
What is it?
Oh, Yngwie. I mean, Roger's the biggest Yngwie fan.
I'm going to go with a hard neither.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, not a fan of either. Like
Yeah.
I can so let me qualify it. I can appreciate their playing, that they are both phenomenal, incredible players, but they are not in my taste.
I see another guy up there. He's got a good one.
Oh my God, man. Hold on.
See the one, Joe's.
Well, I can't see it because some dumbass is hold on, let me ban them. Delete their comments because they're just like filling up the comment section.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Fair enough. Here we go.
Oh, you skipped one. Yeah.
Oh, did I? Wait a minute. Oh, I did.
Yep.
Sorry, the poop guy. I'm very immature. The poop guy
Yeah.
is strong.
So Joe
Okay.
Satriani, Jeff Beck. Man, that is an easy one. Jeff Beck all day long.
All the way. All the way.
Not
So,
even a contest.
are you a Satriani fan?
I like Joe Satriani. I mean, I like his first two solo records. I had
Yeah.
him when he, but come on, man. Jeff Beck is like
All the way.
he was not even human. The guy got better and better up until the day he died and reinvented the guitar
Right.
every decade that he was around. And yeah, you just I don't come on.
You know, this needs to be on our Thursday night shows on our regular show. This needs to be like our 10-minute segment. This or that.
Yeah.
Like not with people, but it could be with anything. All right,
Yeah.
next one.
Mm. I don't know. I know both of them, but I'm not an expert. I wouldn't even. I don't know, Greg. You got me there. How about you, Roger?
Neither. I don't. I'm banning comments again. God, man,
Yeah,
it's pain in the ass. Sorry. Yeah, it is a good. Yeah, it could be. So I think and I said this before. It could be a bot spamming, but it could be just kids playing because we're on a Saturday night and YouTube shoots us out to a different algorithm. It keeps trying to see if it can find a bigger audience because it does a regular like aspect for a computer or a TV, and then it also does one for a phone. So it
Mhm.
probably keeps kicking it out to phones. I'm answering this guy's question. So
Yeah.
it could be bots, but it's probably just it keeps going out and trying to find a new audience. So we get non-guitar people and probably just kids that
Yeah.
they need to go back to TikTok or they need to go to bed because cartoons are on in the morning. All right. So yeah, so he agrees. So and we don't have to have it just with people. Let's see, sorry for the tough one. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even know who the hell they were. Oh, here we go.
God, Eddie. Not even a contest.
Yeah, I'm with
I,
you
I
on that.
rest in peace, Dimebag. But I'm never been a fan.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. In the comments, Gibson or Fender?
Mm.
What do you think?
I don't know, man. Gotta have them both.
Yeah.
You know, I
We
mean,
have to choose one.
two totally different guitars, that are, but I would say this, if as far as consistency, I would say um, bang for your buck, Fender over Gibson.
Right. Yeah, because you can at least, especially if you went with Fender and it was HSS, I think it's more versatile, even though I like three singles. But the HSS, if you're looking for versatility, I think they
Sure.
win.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Fender all day.
yeah, Fender all day. Then yeah, it depends on the genre. Yeah. Well, I don't know if you have, let's see, a 59 Les Paul or a 64 Strat.
I would say a Strat.
Yeah.
I'd take the Strat over the Les Paul.
Jones plus, but okay, so here we go. Charvel. I know they're the same company, okay? Charvel or Fender?
Charvel.
Yeah, here we go with the Strat. Charvel or Fender is the question.
Charvel. USA Charvel.
Yeah, and you know where I'm gonna go. That old Charvel Jackson that I like. The Model 6.
Charvel, you can get a great USA Charvel. Can't go wrong with those.
Yep. Greg agrees. Charvel.
Mhm.
All right, now you make up one, Alex.
Ooh.
Oh, wait a minute. I have one for you. Well, I
Mhm.
know the answer. This is too easy. I was going to say Jackson or ESP, but I know the answer.
Oh, ESP. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I still love Jackson. I mean, Jackson, Charvel, as most kids that, got into Eddie Van Halen and at the time and Randy Rhodes coming out, Charvel Jackson was like, the high end, hot rodded new guitars, hip guitars at the time. So I was very much obsessed with Jacksons, especially like the Rhodes guitars and King Bees and all that. The Soloist when that came out. But ESP just kind of, I don't know. I just think they knocked it out of the park. They took all that hot rodded guitars and they just kind of perfected it. My opinion.
Hold on. Let me get rid of more people. God, maybe Saturday's something late to do this. All right. So, Jarrett, I'll come back to you on that one.
Oh,
Jackson. Yeah, you saw what I'll come back to.
I saw that. That's cool.
All right. So, yeah, I don't know what, or
I'm not that familiar with like the new Jacksons they make, but
yeah.
the old ones are fantastic.
All right. So, 67 GTO or 67 Mustang. All right.
I'm going GTO.
Okay, yes. For that year. So I'll change it slightly. So 67 GTO or a 68 fastback. 68 fastback all the way. I think. What do you think, Jarrett? So, all right. I mean, if you want to stay with cars, 67 GTO, 70 SS Chevelle 454. Hands down Chevelle. Yeah, I could go cars too. Yeah. Best day ever selling that Nova last year.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Got rid of that.
Great question. Probably the GTO. Okay, that was a GTO over the fastback or the Chevelle? All right.
Maybe
So,
he meant the original question of the GTO and the Mustang. Yeah.
oh yeah, yeah. All right. So what is yours? This or that?
Oh, guitar wise? Let me think of a good one. How about Kramer versus Gretch?
Oh, I'm gonna say, yeah, great. Man, I have a bad poker face. I'm like, raw.
Oh, it's easy.
Kramer. That's a
I'll go.
no-brainer.
I'll go. I'll go Gretch.
Really?
Oh yeah, I love Gretches. Yeah,
I can't get into those.
two different guitars.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
if anybody remembers, in the '70s, Kramer made some strange guitars that weren't the shredder guitars that
yeah.
Eddie started playing. But
All right,
yeah,
so
Gretsch.
Martin or Taylor? I don't know because I can't get a Martin.
I'm going to go with a Taylor,
Really?
just because. Yeah, I don't know. I think I played more Taylors than I played Martins.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the sound of a Martin.
Yeah.
Just I like my Taylor though.
Hmm.
Taylor plays good, sounds good. It's just a different sound.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. I'm running out of this or that's.
How
All
about
right.
this? How about this?
Okay.
Very similar guitar. So Gibson Explorer or Gibson Firebird.
I'm gonna go Explore.
Yeah, I'll go Explorer too.
All
I
right.
like the
What's everybody? Jarrett, what are you going for? Greg? See you still with us? The poop guy, my fellow Marylander. I like that, the poop guy. Les Paul. Okay.
Mm.
Explorer. Yeah. What's the question? Um All right, so that was Firebird or Explorer, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Firebird or Explorer. I like the Explorers. They're big, but that's another thing that we're seeing more of now. We've talked about this before, like the offsets. Like even in death metal, we're seeing those now.
The what
Like
is that?
Jaguars and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Dunnable. Yeah.
That's a cool thing about
Guitars. No, we moved back to guitars.
ESP. Kind of adopted that meshing of vintage and modern guitars, kind of, where they they do like I think they call it the Phoenix, maybe, and that's their take on the Firebird, but it's got modern features, modern playability,
Right.
like a faster neck. Um,
Yeah.
so ESP is known for doing things like that. Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, the car. Oh, the car's the cars. I was thinking of the cars question. And somebody said Rick Ocasek. I was like, okay. Maybe he was talking about Cars the band. Yeah, you too. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Thanks
See
for
you
coming
next time.
on.
Gotta go back to work. No, you don't. Stop working, man. That's not, you don't want to go back to work. Work is no fun. I
Yeah.
left that habit, that bad habit. All right, we'll see you later. Thanks for joining us. All right, what else? Okay, so last topic before we go, because we've been right over an hour. All right, where do you see metal music going in 2026 and in the future?
Uh, Man, I'm the worst guy to ask that question to because I'm not very, yeah, I'm in the music industry, but I'm not all that engaged with the too much of the young bands
Yeah.
and what's happening today. But
You're not even remotely curious of stuff that's out today?
not really, no.
Wow.
I'm
All
s-
right.
I'm happy to be still stuck in the '60s, '70s, and '80s. I'm
Yeah.
pretty fine with that. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, I guess I am not the guy equipped to answer that. That's
All right. So what do you think about this?
I
This
do
could be
I do
interesting.
think live music in general is still alive and well, and it
Yeah,
just seems to me that, um, the younger musicians are playing more of the older style, what whether it's, rock music, blues, or, metal,
yeah,
but it seems to be very healthy. Obviously, there's this whole new wave of young players out there, that are paying more tribute to the early music, and I guess having their little spin on things. But I do see that, and like you hear every year, rock is dead, and this is going
yeah.
away. But I don't know. I see it pretty healthy, especially live music. Um, it's been better over the years, and
I
yeah,
think people that say that aren't paying attention because, like another thing we were talking about before we came on is like that guitar right there is a young guy that came in here today, and he wants to have a guitar that's like Stevie Ray Vaughan.
hmm
So I mean these kids, well, it's good upbringing also, good parenting. But these kids are listening to some really good music. Stevie Ray Vaughan, they're listening to a lot of old metal and all that kind of stuff. So I think they're gonna keep it going. I don't know how I feel, like, what's your thoughts on Yungblood? Have you heard any of his stuff?
no, no. The only thing I saw
Mm.
him is singing at the Black Sabbath.
Yeah, I don't
I don't know. It just he just looks like seems like something I wouldn't be interested in. You
yeah,
know,
I
I
don't
as far as young players or
Mhm,
musicians, like the one guy that sticks out to me is Marcus King. He's a
mhm,
guy, young guy, great player, great vocalist. There's a couple blues players that I thought were really good. Um, and I think his name is Kingfish or something like that. Another young blues player, really really great player.
yeah.
And the guy you turned me on to, which Billy Strings, the
Oh, yeah,
bluegrass kid. I mean, wow, what a talent. You know,
yeah. I saw him playing, man,
you don't even
something
have to be into that music that to
he played
recognize it.
something recently that was, like, way out of his genre. I forget what it was, he played with Tool. Well, I mean,
Oh,
you're talking about, like, 2
wow.
worlds clashing right there, man.
Mm,
Uh,
yeah.
let me work down through the real comments again before the kids show up again. Oh, they're probably all in bed now. Let's see it being this when we were talking about music. The metal I hear on the radio sounds like teenagers singing. Unfortunately, it kinda is.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think there's a lot of like, with Spotify, there's a lot of independent people out there making a lot of good music right now.
Yeah.
Let's see, probably gonna continue to embrace the resurgent new metal tropes throughout the metalcore scene. You're not really into metalcore either, right?
It's not my cup of tea.
So I don't know what the way I can deal with that. I like that a little bit. I told you I'm a musical whore. I listen to a little bit of everything.
Mm.
Um, yeah, so I don't even know how I feel about this kid. It probably has nothing to do with music, I guess, but he'd be good if he didn't use pitch correction. So, it's another thing, like, if you're scrolling, you see him, like, I don't know how I didn't really look into it, but I know that he did a collaboration recently, very recently, with Smashing Pumpkins on that new song that he has, which, it's kinda cool, like, I mean, the song's okay. I think it's about his grandmother that passed away, but I guess,
Yeah.
what I was saying about, like, the reason I don't quite know is not anything to do with the music. It's like, it's kinda weird for me that, it was like, everybody's saying Ozzy kinda passed the torch to him. I think that's just I don't know
No,
that anybody's passing torches, but I
I
mean
would, yeah. Well, first of all, I mean, there's only one Ozzy, so
yeah, yeah,
mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's my problem is you hit it right there. It's like, okay, he's not Ozzy, so to insinuate that he's like he passed the torch, like, okay, young man, you're now me. No, I mean he's okay. But I mean Steven Tyler seems to like him a lot. You see interviews with those two, but I did listen to him on Howard Stern, and he seems like a pretty grounded young guy, like he didn't come off like I thought he would, but I
Yeah.
mean, who knows? He could be a mess.
Didn't he just go into have to cancel his tour because he's partying too hard?
Yeah,
Grounded.
I don't know. Thankfully I don't follow
Yeah.
him. Yeah, see that yes. That's yeah, and I don't know. I mean, I kept it's weird because right there at the end before Ozzy passed away, like you kept seeing him. It's like, oh, Ozzy's protege and Ozzy's passing a torch to him. I'm like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
And I've heard some young guys come in here talking about him, and I mean he's all right, I guess. I don't know.
I don't want to sound like the old guy, but none of these players today, I mean, they're not even in the same ballpark with these people, So
Right, right. Yep, and that's what I was talking about. He gave him a big boost. Then the song with yeah, and I mean Steven Tyler sang his praises, said how good he was. And now I don't know how he ended up with it was just kind of funny. So there's a video with him and Smashing Pumpkins doing that song. So I don't know how in the world that happened.
Mhm.
But I know Billy Corgan's pretty tight with well when Ozzy was alive and Sharon. I guess I don't. It's not like I know him or anything, but following him. But it's funny reading some of the comments on that video. It's like, why is Yungblood singing with Uncle Fester? It's just weird. The kid today, man. Yeah, he said he just saw it today. Yeah, I mean, it's all right. I don't get it. I don't know why they did it, but whatever. I don't have to get it. It's not my job to get things.
Yeah, I would love to hear some new music though that would knock my socks off. I mean, I do hear new stuff that I like. I'm like, yeah, it's cool, but it doesn't have the same effect on me as all my early music.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be nice to hear a band that really blows me away. I just haven't heard it.
Yeah. And I think, yeah, I'm the same way. I wasn't impressed. But you have to have we all have a grandma, right? So when your grandma dies, you're upset. He was upset when his grandma died and he wrote a song. So I can respect that. So
Mhm.
I'll give him that. Right? It's sort of like who is it that I talk shit on all the time? But Tom Morello. He loves his mom. You have to give him that.
Give him that. Yeah,
Right?
loves his mom. That's good. Got
But
one good.
yeah, he loves his mom. Yeah, and his mom passed away, and she seemed like a very, very nice lady. Um, we won't even get on to him. I shouldn't even have mentioned his name. We'll just refer to him as like TM from now on.
TM.
TM. TM. Uh, Jeremy Gear.
Mm.
Oh yeah, that was yeah, I saw like I said, so when when you see him, he looks like if you see him on interviews, he just looks like a mess. He's always in his leather pants, no shirt, and he looks and he sounds like a mess. But when he went on and they started the interview, I think his name it must be Dominic because he told him to call him Dom. So he didn't even go by Youngblood. And he was very respectful. So I could appreciate that. He did a good interview. He seemed okay, but I mean, you know how it is behind the scenes. People could be a mess.
Mhm.
Oh, jeez. Here we go. I don't know how they get back in, man, when you ban them. Yeah, maybe Saturday nights aren't our nights. Oh, I think I just banned the wrong person. I think maybe. Yeah, you could see. So it's weird. Every time I see the number of viewers go up, like it just shot up again, you get weird. They could be
Mhm.
behind those. Who cares? So what else you got? Or are we done? Like maybe we're done with Saturday nights, man. This is
Nah, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll come on again.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah,
will
I
be
mean,
on this week. We'll be on
we'll be
Thursday.
on Thursday.
Yep. So join us then, and be sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, I don't know what else you got there, Roger.
That's all I have. I think this, like I said, we were just in here BSing this week. We wanted to do something, and I didn't know I was going to spend the night banning people in the comments. No, I don't know how Big Show is doing, man. Thanks, we appreciate it. We go live typically Thursday nights at 9:30. So yeah, so if you're watching and you're a guitar person, like and subscribe, please. We've had a lot. If you look at past shows, if you're new and haven't seen this show before, so we do lives where we just kind of BS like this. Greg, Happy New Year, thanks.
Yes.
So we do shows like this, and then we've had a lot of people from the death metal world in here that we've done interviews with. So yeah. Yeah, here we go again. All right, we're just gonna go because I'm tired of fucking with the comments, tell you the truth.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Whoever that was that said, "Do you like cucumbers?" I bet he likes cucumbers. We'll leave it with that. Peace out, everybody. Have a good week. See you later.
Good night.